because bracket that is people will and the contract get smaller due to the pupil light and response as to the entering light and become dimmer. Immediately the light walls are imprint over the culprit first lens and located immediately behind the iris and the to the unbordered point and then located immediately behind the back and surface of the lens. That is the point the image and becomes revolved and turned and backward and inward turned upside down. The light is continuous throughout the vitreous humor, the clear gel that make up about 80% of the eye's volume and then ideally back to a clear focus on the retina. Retina behind the vitreous, the small and contained area of the retina is the main macula, which is the provides eyes are considered to be a type of the camera. All beats an extremely complex one. The retina is equivalent to the film inside of the camera and registering the then proteins of the light and interacting with it is within the layer of the retinal light impulses are sensed into the electric and signal then the area sent and through the optic and nerve along the vascular path away to the occipital cortex and the posterior back of the brain. Here the electrical signal at the interpreted are seen by the brain as an vascular image. Assessment of functioning of eye history, physical examination and diagnostic test. His, history assess the history of family members in the past. There is generation with the glaucoma, uncorrected night and blindness, reading and assess the history of family members is the part of the important inquiry about the age of the onset of the symptoms, that is the onset of the lived and congenital amaurosis in the childhood, where the onset of the lived hereditary optic neuropathy. That is include vascular importance such as the cuteness, metabolic of the continuous tissue disorder and the healing loss. Physical examination of the eye includes assessment of the external structure using an inspection and the palpation, intraocular and movements, EMOS and vascular acuity and the vascular field, eyebrows, aspect for the symmetry and hair and characteristics description. eye position, eye assessment for the centris and the alignment, eye and lens and the eyes and lens examined for the placement and symmetry. Playing response normal 20 times and minutes. Eyeball and plated the eyeball for symmetry and the princess leg more upwards. Diagnosis test function. Diagnosis test and founds and pathography and special retina camera as used to document fine and details of the found's eyes. Evaluation of incidence and optic nerve and changes in the clients with the glaucoma. External is the diagnostic to measure the forward and portion of the eyes. Radiotherapy, X-ray studies and tomography and the compound and tomography CTR and useful in the evaluation of the orbital and in, intracranial condition. Pathophysiology due to the bacterial infection and bacterial clinician of the iron eyes and iron manganese. It is a carriage in the present of the septic determines and damage immune systems and bioimmune gland and dysfunction clinical manifestation watery eye and swear eye and brain browning and the I think of the eye blind radiation and flanking inherited phobia and sensitivity to the light and frequent blanking, skin and blanking around the eyes and itching eyelids and eyelids sticking, braining and sensing in the eyes and eyebrow, and diabetes, infection and malfunction of the there are oil and glands eye diagnostic evaluation examination of eye by using a special magnifying instrument